Your sound doesn't have to be loud. It doesn't have to be harsh. It can actually be a whisper now. It can be a sweet reminder that you're linked to something greater. Our little minds get so confused, but now taking that ujjayi breath, so lift the soft palate, open up the back of the throat, and on the inhale, separate the hands. Feel the tips of your fingers touching as you bring the arms up over the head if that's available to you. If it's too much, keep your arms here. Otherwise, exhale, bring the hands back down to the heart. We're going to take an inhale, and I'm going to expand through the side body. Lift and bring your drishti or your gaze upward. Exhale, exhale, lengthen your spine as your hands come back down to the heart. You're just making the movement with the breath. So inhaling. Exhaling, feel the breath. And as breath moves, body will follow. So I begin my breath. Inhale, inhale, inhale. The movement responds to the breath, not the other way around. Begin the exhale. And the movement arises from the breath. And so I'm linking the mind to sensation through my breath. Do it one more time. Inhale, inhale. And exhale, exhale, exhale. Now taking the hands, interlace the fingers and press the palms out for a moment. As I do so, I'm going to turn this way so you can see my spine. And I'm going to lengthen through the spine. And as I exhale, pull the navel back. This time I'm going to inhale and lift in this like thoracic of the chest. And then rounding the back, pull away, and maybe feel the release through that lower back. It's so tight, shoulders. And I don't want to create a memory or a pattern of rounding my back, but I want to feel the opposites. So yoga is seeking balance through opposites. So the inhale is expanding the chest. Your opposite is pulling the navel back and feeling that back part. Feel the front heart lifting. And then exhale, feel the back hard and the chin slightly down, drop your shoulders, pause there for a moment. Now I'm going to take the hand and I'm going to separate the palms and open the chest and begin to feel this beautiful thoracic. Exhale, bring your hands behind you. As you press into the earth without leaning back into it, the pubic bone is dropped. I'm going to spiral those shoulders and lift the heart here. So this thoracic spine is so tight in those rhomboids. As I press with the tips of my fingers, I'm opening up the chest here. And I just want to take that breath now. And without forcing it, exhale, bring that left ear to the left shoulder. Take an inhale, come back to center. And exhale, bring the right ear over. Feel the space without sinking into the body. You're creating space, so this gentle movement with the neck. Come back to the center. And exhale, bring that left ear to the left shoulder. I'm going to take my left arm, I'm going to bring it up on an inhale and place it on top of that right ear. Now taking that right hand, bring it out to the side now. Feel the difference in that shoulder. Lift a little and exhale, soften. So I'm not pulling, stretching, and pulling at the muscle. I want to lift from the earth. So on the inhale, expand. And on the exhale, the belly pulls in and I create that space so I can lengthen. And that space from your earlobe to your shoulder, all this lymphatic system, again, that vagus nerve, bring your chin slightly down, not the head, just the chin, tuck it down. And now on the inhale, lift a little higher, come back to the center, and exhale that left hand down. Again, feel the awareness of tingling energy, your skin mingling with that air, the spaciousness. Bring the arms behind you again on the inhale. Lift slightly. Feel that awareness in the body. Feel the breath. We're going to drop now to the other side. So you're going to take that right ear to the right shoulder. Maybe one side you've been sleeping. I know that the mind has been dreaming a lot. We have a lot going on in the evening. And so again, that mind, that unrest, to feel the energy of the breath serving your pranic field. So you breathe into it. Now taking the awareness, we're going to take that left arm up on an inhale. So here's my breath. Exhale, soften. I'm going to take that left hand, bring it out. So behind me, feel the difference of going right across the collarbone and press into the earth and gently respond to that exhale. So this pulling sensation is our habit. You know, we've been taught to stretch, to get, to think that everything in life is out there. What if it's receiving? What if we just didn't know that life intelligent has to come in? So we have to create space to welcome that beautiful breath. And so all we're doing is softening the resistance, softening the armor. And on that inhale, come back up. Feel that you can let of something as you release that right arm. And maybe you don't understand it because the intellect never will, but something shifted. Some profound shift. And as you lift those shoulders to the ears, take it away on the exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, take it away. You've created this mobility in those shoulder blades. It gets so tight by pulling on the reins of life. Let's go the other way. Squeeze those rhomboids a little, pull up. Now with breath, inhale up. Exhale, drop. Inhale up. Exhale, drop. Now again, this feeling of spaciousness. Inhale, bring the arms out to the side. Huge amount of gravity. Oh my gosh, lifting those arms above the earth. Look at this amazing ability. So it doesn't come from the arms. It comes from this breath to lift you from the earth. Now we're going to inhale and expand the heart, dropping that left hand down on the exhale. Inhale, come up, and exhale, go over. We're going to do that again. Inhale, come up. Exhale, move over, drop the ear. Inhale, lift. Exhale, now take that space, and now inhale, move the navel slightly to the right. Feel that chest open. Exhale, connect to that right sit bone so you don't come off the earth. You're going to breathe into that rib cage. And now all of that stickiness that's been in there, let that ear go. Let the tension on that right ear, that left ear drop. Press into your left hand. Inhale the breath. Here it takes energy to come up into life. Think of that beautiful flower. And exhale, exhale, let go. And everything you've been holding on to and gripping, close your eyes and take a breath. Go back inward. It's the effect. What a magnificent thing. I move into form. If I'm attached to form, how can I possibly experience the sensation? Beautiful. So again, let's inhale, bring the arms up, feel how much energy and life force that prana. Now, open even more on that next inhale. Exhale, move over to the right. There's a slight lengthening. Drop that right hand down. Here's your inhale. Inhale, take it all the way up. Open the chest. And now drop down a little deeper on your exhale. We're going to do it dynamically. Push into that right hand. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lengthen. Now my breath, I want to pause slightly there. I really want to feel how the breath is moving my body. Life is moving. And I'm not rushing it. I'm not striving to get anywhere. As I stay here now, unwind it a little bit. If you want to drop that right ear, drop it. Move forward. Feel the space. If I'm pulling with my shoulder, just keep the arm up. If it's too much, again, this is a practice where it meets you. I don't want you to bully through your body because it just recreates that beautiful disregard for life that we've all been living way too much. Inhale, come up, take it, and lift, lift, lift. Exhale, drop it. Again, close your eyes and feel that entire side of the body. Now you have two beautiful sides of the system, opening and expanding. Rib cage expanding, life intelligence welcoming. Who's the observer of this? Who's the witness that's balancing out the discernment between right, wrong, good, bad, all of those opposites to that center place of the heart for equanimity? We're coming back to a place of balance. All yoga is a state of balance. So we're going to come onto our hands and knees and release those legs. Again, those crossed ankles and all that holding. And just gently now coming forward slightly, shoulders away from the ears, chin down, and just separating the knees a little wider, come down into child's pose. And just, again, feeling that pause on an exhale. So we're going to inhale now, increasing that awareness of that inhale breath. Let the belly expand. The exhale, belly pulls back and extend through the spine and feeling the release of it. Inhale, inhale, come forward and lengthening that spine. Exhale, come back. And as you sit in child's pose now, reach out to the tips of your fingers, forehead to the floor, or if it's comfortable. And again, I'm going to modify. If it's too much on my knees, sit back on a blanket. Give yourself some place that it's a reference, or even maybe the blanket on your forehead. This is a way to establish where you are. I've been practicing. And for me, my comfort level, my expansion of my body is familiar. If it's unfamiliar, if it's really awkward, don't bully yourself into the practice. It's Because the mind will resist, and if the mind resists, you're feeding that little mind, and you're recreating the same patterns. We're trying to clear out the system so we eliminate those old patterns before we build new ones. Inhale, come back to center. Now, because the spine and the back of those hamstrings, we're going to inhale, curling the toes, feel the balls of your feet, and on your exhale, keep your knees slightly bent, and bring your crown of your head forward. Keep the knees bent, lift your sit bones. Now, on the inhale breath, preparing. Exhale, lower the right heel to the floor. Keep your left knee bent. Inhale, bend both knees. Exhale, lower that left heel. Move the crown of the head. Inhale, see if you can straighten the thighs now. And exhale, bend your right knee. Bend your left knee. So you're alternating, knees bent, one heel extending. Go into the hamstring, go into the calf. That calf muscle gets so tight. Charlie horses, again, the vascular system needs to be engaged. So come up on the balls of the feet, drop to the knees, inhale the breath, feel the shoulders move back, and this time, release the hands back behind you. We're going to inhale and come up onto your shins, and now feel the front body opening, that chest, that thoracic. As I exhale, I'm going to sit back if it's comfortable onto my heels. Otherwise, get a bolster or a blanket or even a book or something that you can sit on to give you some height. I have again, this awareness in the front of the thighs. So much of the tightness in the psoas in the front body. So as I come up now, I'll change the pattern. Inhale. This time, exhale, sit back onto your heels. Inhale, come forward onto all fours. And exhale, downward facing dog. Look at your belly now. Take in 2 deep breaths. Exhale, pull the navel back, press through the heels, lengthen that spine. On your next inhale, drop to the knees. And exhale, sit back into child's pose. Inhale, come up, open the heart. And exhale, sit back into your heels. And this front body opening. So this awareness of this spine. We're going to move now into the twist. So we're going to come forward onto our hands and knees. We're going to inhale the left arm up. So you're going to look at your left hand and guide the eyes up to the hand. Lift the chest. Now look at that left hand. Sweep it underneath. Come directly onto that left shoulder. And see if you can press down and take that right hand out and lift the heart. Exhale, turn and roll the navel. So begin to experience. You're not moving the hips. You're just opening that chest. Feel the collarbone, wring it out from the belly. Inhale that arm back up. Press into the earth with the palm. Now take the breath, guide yourself, look up and open that heart. Exhale back to center and just a little cat-cow to release that twist from the navel. Okay, if you need to put a blanket underneath your chin or your neck for support, we work that head, and I want you to feel now the difference. Inhale that right arm. So my first asana was to get that neck and shoulder to release. Exhale, bring that arm underneath, drop down into that shoulder, release that top hand. Inhale, lift, bring it behind you if you can, or press it onto your sacrum, and just feel that awareness in the rib cage. Awareness in that intercostal muscles that you're wringing out from that side body. Now take that left arm down, press it into the earth, and inhale, sweep that arm back up, feel the effect, and exhale back to center. So now inhale the breath, here's that collarbone, curl the toes, and now feel the rib cage, separate your legs a little wider, and 4 breaths in downward facing dog. Start to pull the navel back in. The chest lengthens and expands. Exhale, pull the navel, press the heels back. You're creating a beautiful triangle. And that apex of the top of it is the Apana region lifting you. It's almost like you get this beautiful extension to the crown of your head. It takes time to develop. Now I'm going to come forward onto all fours and onto plank position. So come push, keep your feet pushing back through the heels. Take another inhale. And then exhale, drop the knees down and come all the way down into the earth. Forehead to the floor. Press through the tops of your feet. Inhale, Bhujangasana, lift that heart. And exhale, come back down. Bend the knees, come up onto all fours. And right back into child's pose. and relax. Take in 3 huge, beautiful breaths and stabilize the mind here. So the mind will be judging, critiquing, analyzing, figuring it out. It works very difficult when we're new to the practice. So the breath is an opportunity now to come back to that stability and just feel the sweetness of the breath. Okay, so today I want us to really start to appreciate moving through the front body. So as we inhale, come back up onto your shins, and exhale, bring the hands down to your hips. So this feeling of stability. If I hold your arm, I don't want to collapse, and it takes great strength. These are, we call them the foundation of the strength. Get in and out of a chair. You know, we want balance, but we got to be able to lift. And it comes from that strength of this pelvic, this sacred area. Bring your left foot forward. Okay, so as you bring that left foot forward, feel the support in your back. So now I'm a right angle. If you need to get a blanket underneath your knee, sometimes that helps. I don't want you to really feel like you're pressing on the cartilage or that tendon, because you know, bursitis, any of that rubbing of the knee. So this foundation here is stability. But now I want to open up this thigh, and this knee is going to come forward. So as I take the breath, I'm going to inhale, come forward. Take that breath. And inhale and feel the chest opening. Push into that left foot, and exhale, come back. Pull the navel. We'll do this 2 more times. Inhale the breath. Feel the shoulders moving back. Exhale, push through that left foot. Inhale, expand the thoracic. Feel that collarbone. Drop the tailbone. Feel the psoas on that whole right side. Exhale. We're going to stay in the pose now. So inhale. Exhale, soften into that front lunge. Let's play with one arm at a time. So we're going to bring just the right arm up, that same leg that's extended to the arm up. Here's that inhale. It's like a beautiful arch you created. Exhale there. Let's bring the other arm up if that's available. Inhale, inhale. Now exhale, expand the heart. The breath itself is opening the space in that physical form. And then exhale, come back. And extend now that left foot out. So you have the hamstring, the psoas. Inhale, pull that hip back. If you have blocks, sometimes I like to put them on the very top. Again, books or anything. Or if it's here, and you can just slide your hands down. Again, I'm not trying to round the back. I want to inhale and I want to pull the hips back. So I'm going in opposites, chin down. Feel that beautiful spine. Come up again, inhale. Exhale, now pull that hip back, that extended leg, pull the hip back. Now, again, feel support as you extend the breath. So I'm staying in the pose, not because I'm gripping or pulling, but to explore the sensation of pulling that toe, the left toes of the extended leg up towards the crown of my head. Beautiful. And then slide that foot back, come deep into that lunge again. If you have blocks, a lot of times it's good support or the floor. Curl the ball of your right foot and come to a high lunge. Now, feel the effect of that huge amount of support, not in the gripping of your shoulders, but to lift the chest here. Feel that you push back through that right heel, expanding space in that front body. Take another inhale, breath. Exhale, soften. This time, inhale, inhale, open that heart. And exhale, push back. Let's take that left leg, pull it back, take another inhale, and just rest in the child's pose. You might feel that knee on that right side, again, to release it. Beautiful. Let's come forward onto all fours and release the spine, coming in downward facing dog. It becomes a counter. Again, almost like an inversion. Breathe into it. We're going to drop to the knees again. Inhale. Exhale, sit back in the heels. And again, now come up onto your shins. Open that heart. And exhale, release. Okay, so the other leg, we're going to bring it forward. So you can see it from another angle when my foot is front. You can see that right angle. Pull the hip back. And so I'm just going to take a moment to feel stable in the left side of the body, right? Drop the hips. And as I inhale, the thoracic opens because I'm moving forward through that left psoas. Keep that heel of that front foot on the floor. Most important is the foot. If I keep the heel off the floor, I'm going to put it in my kneecap. I'm not going to feel supported through the earth. The back foot as well. Feel the back tops of that toe. And then come back up on your exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Push through that front foot to really feel the support coming back. Inhale. Exhale. We'll stay in the pose now. So inhale. Exhale. Soften, deepen it. Inhale that left arm. Feel that front body. Exhale. Inhale. Here it is. This huge space to open. Exhale. Let it shine through the heart. Push. Inhale. And exhale. Push back. Extending that front leg. And as you pull the toes back, again, I don't want to think I'm going down, but lifting and moving in opposites, chin down. Feel the front body extended. Inhale. These are our first forward folds. So really be conscious of these forward folds. They're very deep in the hamstring and the extension. I don't want to lock my kneecap too much. I want to feel supported. This time, sliding the hands. Don't push on the knee. Don't push down on it. See if you can lift. And maybe even hold that thigh so you lift up into that hamstring and you extend through the space. If you breathe, the arms back if you need to. If you feel those shoulders around it. If you feel you can lift the sternum even more. So the objection, it's not to bully and pull down, but to think of the intention of energy moving up through the crown of your head. Then slide that foot in, come forward, curl the ball of that back foot, lift high, and come into your high lunge in 3 breaths here. Again, I'm a right angle now. This is where it's a right angle. Before it's a lunge. Now, guess what? My back foot is pushing back, push back, push back. Now, you're supported in opposites. You have the ability to hold equanimity on 2 different sides for the lift of the heart. And I'm not trying to get the hands off the floor, but I feel so much stability in the earth that my hands are not gripping onto the blocks. As I come deeper into the pose, drop down, soften it. Inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, pull back. Take a moment, you lift, pull the knee back, and soften down into the floor. Yay, now you'll feel the warmth coming through your body. You just generated that little inner fire. You put on that little tapas. Inhale, come forward, and exhale, downward facing dog. As I walk my feet to the front of the mat, almost through the hands, bend the knees, sink down into the earth. Bend the knees. Let the head drop. Shake it out all the tension of the neck and shoulders. And then I'm going to slide the hands right to the hips. I'm going to move the heart forward. And I'm going to bend the knees as I come all the way up. And exhale, slide the hands down. And begin to feel standing on your own 2 feet and the beauty of life. You know, it takes effort. Gravity all day long wants to do this. And as we age and the body starts to succumb to its pattern and its habit of sinking back down, we have to have the ability to lift. So it takes great strength in the muscles, and this is the brilliance of the bones and the skeleton and the life force that you're nourishing right now. And so bringing awareness back to the heart, just feel the breath. So this front body, I really want to establish. So we're going to come into sun salutations. Inhale, lift. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, slide your right leg back to your low lunge again. Okay, so this feeling of the pose, that right psoas. Now, I'm going to practice. If you have a block, you have support, take it on your right hand. If the right leg's going back, right hand. I'm going to see if it's comfortable. Again, put a blanket underneath that right leg to see if you can just bring the foot up. If that's too much, just turn the toes and push through the ball of your foot. You will feel even more effect. If you can bring it up, take the opposite hand, left hand to right foot, or vice versa, and sink down into that psoas. Feel the front body. Again, this lifting of the heart. And don't bully to pull it too much. If I'm on the kneecap, I want to come forward, off the kneecap. And then I want to release the foot. Feel the sweetness of softening in there. Bring your hands to your blocks or to the floor. Curl that right foot and feel the psoas. Now we're going to walk that right foot in. 1, 2, 3. Go back into that right heel. Feel the support, lengthen. If you don't have blocks, again, you've got stability in that pelvic floor. Root it to the earth. Feel the extension of this pyramid pose. Pull the hips back. Feel the extension of your spine. Take another inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, slide back into high lunge, hands to the earth. Inhale, and then step back into downward facing dog. And this becomes a rest pose. You begin to feel the stability of the fingers and the feet and the breath. If you need to come down into child's pose, please do so. Move through the vinyasa of your choice. Inhale. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, open the collarbone. Keep the pubic bone down, roll the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, curl the toes, push to the earth, and come into downward facing dog. Okay, the big leap forward. Inhale that right leg up. If it's available to you, pull the knee in. If you need to grab your hand to that foot, wiggle 1, 2, 3, all the way to the front of the mat. Soften the left thigh. Sink down into your lunge and feel the support of opening that front body. Again, hand on the left hand on that block, the same as that extended leg. See if you can curl the toes, push through the ball of the foot. Breathe into it or grab hold with the opposite hand. And instead of coming up onto the knee, let's see if we can move forward. Forward. Life is forward through the heart. Life is forward through the heart, not the intellect. The passion and that beautiful heart. Open it. Take it out of form. It's just an experience to feel new places in the physical body to, again, shift that prana. Drop the thigh gently down. Curl the ball of the foot, come into high lunge, lift and feel the support. Walk that back foot in, 1, 2, come forward into the weight of your right foot, and then go back and get that left heel in the floor, keeping that right knee slightly bent if you need, and lift the chest. So my stability is the hips are pulling back, lengthen through the spine, feel the feet rooted, and now take a breath. Take an exhale. This is huge amount of life force. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And then bend the knee, high lunge. Now this time I'm going to change the pattern. You're going to step that left foot all the way to the front of the mat and hang over the legs. If you have a block, again, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift, monkey's breath. Exhale, fold. I'm really softening the knees. Again, I'm trying to give you permission. In our world today, we think it's not appropriate to bend the knees. We need the joints. You need these joints to be able to soften. Slide your hands to the hips or arms out to the side. Inhale all the way up. Lift that heart. And exhale, exhale. And now stand into Asana and breathe. Feel the effect. Energy through the front of your body, standing upright. When we're hunched over and we're getting into that density of sadness and this overwhelming, it's our natural response. When we're in fear, what do? We go here. You know, we hide. So we don't want to avoid, we don't want to distract. We have to have the courage to hold equanimity, and standing into Asana is courage. All it is the heart open, the breath full, nothing to do, just be. So this front body takes a lot of new awareness because the C-IAYT being one of the greatest muscles and also the weakest at times because it pulls us down. And our natural instinct is to round the shoulders, the rhomboids are tight, and we develop this real tension in the back, and you almost feel that, oh my gosh, how can I get upright? It takes too much because we can't get a breath. And so we're starved for our breath. And this is why we want that diaphragm, that beautiful spine. So we're going to work on a little balance and a little bit of equanimity. So I want you to be aware now of putting the weight into your right foot. So you're going to mirror me. And I want you to feel that as I take the left foot off the floor, just wiggle it. And so there's a lot of energy going into one side, so I have to really lift. I mean, I can sit and slouch into it, or I can make the choice to engage the thigh and lift, even though my foot's off the floor, so all my attention comes here. In yoga, we're holding always the opposites. Now, because I'm really wanting to feel that front thigh, I'm going to slide, if I can, my hand down to the ankle, breathe into it, and this becomes just an awareness. I'm going to go to the side, so you see that I'm pulling and gently bringing the knee back, tailbone down, so I'm not overarching the back, and shortening the spine, but pulling down. See if you can either grab with both hands and roll the shoulders back. Again, this is a practice. If you wiggle, it's all about getting awkward and off our balance. And You find a new space. Now press the knee down as if that psoas was moving down and you're extending up at the same time. You're expanding two sides. And then take that foot that has so much tension in the toes, or even in the lunge, shake it out. And now place the foot firmly into the earth and feel the energy moving down that vascular sensation. You can actually wiggle the toes. It's life all the way down to the earth. Take a moment to stabilize, feel the difference in the feet. Now one side will be very different. So as I root down into that left foot, exhale, take the right foot off and wiggle the ankle. Again, joints. We talked about the knees, we talked about the hips, we talked about the ankles, the toes, every joint, elbow, shoulder joints. We're really wanting flexibility in the joints. So as I slide that hand down, so I actually feel the thigh down, grab that outside of the foot, the top of the foot, bring it down, start to feel the effect of lifting. So it's really important to feel the quad lifting. You're engaging the kneecap up. As this kneecap is moving down, there's a string in opposite directions moving upward. It's not just a solid form. It's focusing of the mind. I'm using the gift of breath and the focus of mind, dying stability. Not out, don't to look at others, but just to feel your own inner stability at a moment. If it wiggles, that's the grace. And then you shake it out. And then come back and stand in Tadasana and feel the effect of this front body. So everything we've used the rib cage and the spine. So it's now as I inhale the arms up, feel this magnificent gift of bringing arms over the heart, bend the knees and sink into chair pose. So Utkatasana has the ability to sink and breathe down into that space, lengthening. As I exhale, bring the arms back and now interlace those hands and really let the head drop, squeeze, keep the knees bent and just fold over those bent knees and feel wringing out from the shoulders. Press down into the earth. And then use the knuckles to press back, lengthen through your spine. Keep this beautiful Shushubna, tailbone drops, come all the way up. Now the heart lifts, lifts, lifts toward the sky. Exhale, let it go. And breathe into that beautiful space. Turn the palms open. How much life force now in the vascular, from the feet, the hands, circulation through the whole system. And so standing and moving at an angle. So I'm going to face in the direction of the left, and I'm going to step forward with my left foot forward. Turn my right foot back. Again, breathe into it. Now as I bend that front knee. Bend that front knee. Here's this hip moves back, that front knee is forward, but the hip moves back. Feel the psoas on that back leg all the way down this foundation. They straighten leg, pull up. So here we have this awareness. Now as I engage the arms in Virabhadrasana, inhale the breath, expand that heart, feel the psoas. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, all of that space that you've opened. Now feel the feet rooted, feel the heart open, feel the chest expanding. Exhale, pull back. Do it 2 more times dynamically. Inhale with your intention to receive. Your exhale to give back. So we're all first responders if we're breathing for the world. If we're sustaining our sweet stability of our mind, we're not agitating and we're not moving it. We're steadying the virus, we're steadying the life force. This time we're going to hold and sustain the breath here. Exhale, soften. Take an inhale breath here. But this time, exhale, expand even more. Inhale. Now, as I exhale, I'm going to drop the arms right in front of me. Look at my right hand. I'm going to open the gate and expand and look over that right arm. And then exhale, look over that left arm and breathe into Warrior Two. Now, I'm going to take the whole space and expand the heart again. This whole space. Again, gravity. Remember, we started in Sukhasana. I had to expand those arms. Huge amount of prana life. And now as I take the palms, open them up, and then inhale, straighten that front leg, pull up. I'm going to do this dynamically. Exhale, move it out, look out that middle finger of the extended arm. Inhale, look to the center. Exhale, extend. One more time, inhale, inhale, lift. And exhale, extend. Now we're going to take that whole side body, so take an inhale. Exhale, soften. Inhale, drop down with that left forearm. Now here, where we started class, all the way over, now feel how powerful it is to open that heart. Roll the navel, lift the sternum. Huge amount of vitality that you energize through the system. So the form is only a form. Let go of your intention. Grab on the form. Feel the effect of the breath moving through. Open up the collarbone. Lift the chest. Now taking one more inhale here. Exhale, sweep the arm behind you. Look what happens. Bring your chin down. Look over your front leg. Now, backward warrior. Sweep that hand forward. That left hand. Lift it up. Lift it up. Lift it up. Open now into backward warrior. Breathe into it. Now sink a little deeper. And I'm going to inhale, inhale. I'm going to expand and open that chest. Lift that heart. And then on the inhale, preparing. Pull the hips back to the right and extend out with that left arm. Now, let the ear relax. See if that exhale, you're going to engage the space. If you need to soften the knee, if you have a block, if you have something you want to put down on that, roll the navel and come into Trikonasana, lift that heart. And so I don't want to bully through it. I want to ease into those hamstrings, all the space we've created, all that sweet room in the psoas through the front body and the hamstring to open the chest. Now bend that front knee, push you to the earth, lift that heart. Now turn your gaze and look at your back hand. Take an inhale. Now on the exhale, take the arm back, around, 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 navel to the front leg. Inhale, warrior, lift that heart. And exhale, exhale, back to the heart. Beautiful. And then pivot. Beautiful. Just take a moment, hands to the waist. Both toes are turned in. Lift that chest, and we're going to come forward. If you have your block, again, I suggest really to keep yourself lifted, that you're not folding and collapsing, but bend your knees. So let those sit bones come back, lift the chest, and then feel yourself folding, folding, folding all the way down. Now, let your head drop. This is an inversion, so it's really focused on the navel. Pull the navel back towards the back body. Really feel that instead of bullying to get down, you're lifting your sit bones higher. You're pressing down to the outer edge of your feet. You're opening up your shoulders. Then hands to the block or to your waist. Come all the way up, tailbone drops. And exhale, slide the hands down. Bring your feet together. And again, come back to what we call a reference pose, Samasthiti. Now this is where you feel. You know, form will disappear. We're gripping onto it. We have in the Yoga Sutras, we call it abhinagraha. Graha means grasping. And it means that we're grasping at the breath, that we're grasping at life. And it's asking us, don't grasp. Don't hold on. Don't grip. It's asking us to let go of the attachment. Sometimes it's my roles in life, sometimes my identities. I've had to let go of the yoga center in many ways. I mean, it's not the familiarity that I know. I long, I experience sadness when I walk in here and I don't hear the voices and I feel the sense of bodies. But if I gripped onto it, I'd never move into a place of acceptance and nurturing and love, which is allowing life to present something new. And so allow for this beginning, allow for a transformation. And the way we do it is we appreciate the experience of softening. You can't intellectually say, oh yeah, I'm going to tell my intellect to do it. Your intellect doesn't know how to do any of this except participate in the experience. And the experience is now. So now, feel your aliveness, feel the blessing. Don't try to think blessing. Don't try to get blessing. Be it. You are that. And so passionately, feel the light now. Feel the expansion in your heart. Feel your body becoming more than the limits of your small little mind. And we're going to step forward with that right foot, left leg back behind you, and begin to appreciate the navel over that front leg. And then as I bend that front knee, feel the back foot rooted, so I have this psoas, this sense of opening. And come back to your starting place to feel, okay, this is where my neutrality is. But when I want to move the heart forward, because this is the strength of life now, bend your front knee and open that heart. Takes beautiful willingness. And if I go too far, I'm going to grip into the knee. So I want to be right in that right angle because I want to feel it in that opposite leg. And then exhale. Come back. We'll do it dynamically 3 times. Inhale. Exhale. Let go. Feel your long exhale, your even breath. So maybe that inhale is a 6 count. Maybe some of you are 10 count. Feel your practice moving the body. It's your practice exploring sensation. It's your acceptance to be present to where you are. One more time dynamically, just to feel the ease of the breath. It stabilizes the beauty of the mind. And now we'll stay in the pose. So if you inhale that breath, here's your exhale. Let it go through your heart. And here's the abundance of life. Let prana in. Exhale, let it move through you. Inhale, let life in. And as you exhale, breathe for everyone today that's struggling. Let it go through your heart. Let the arms extend forward. Now take this beautiful awareness in that heart. Open it, and exhale. Look out that front index finger. Breathe into it. Open through the chest. Breathe into the collarbone. And then life. We're going to inhale, lift up. Feel this beautiful extension. And exhale. Again, stability through the feet. Exhale. There's a softness. We want that stiram sukham. We want that long, soft breath. All these qualities of the breath. Think of a hurricane. We don't want that. We don't want a tornado. We don't want the virus to be rajas with movement, but we want the ease of sensation. Take that and deepen it on the exhale. On the inhale, bring it up. And exhale, roll the navel. So just feel the stability. Breathe into that ribcage. Let the ear drop. Let the shoulder drop. Wherever it is that you're holding, again, softening, releasing. I feel it moving through the system as I open to possibility. And I'm going to exhale, let it go across my shoulder. Now I'm going to look at my front hand. And this receiving gift that I have, the ability, and I don't even know what it looks like, is for me to limit that through my limited mind. Just breathe into it. Now, instead of sinking into that kneecap on that back leg, lift and engage and fire up that back thigh. Lift through the heart. Soften into the rib cage. Now I'm going to inhale and take it up, because again, that stretch and all that quad muscle. And then on the exhale, pull it back. Now here's my lengthening through the psoas. All that space, let the arm drop. Bring it out on the exhale. And now bring it in on the inhale. So every breath has an intention. This beautiful prana meeting apana, apana meeting prana, we're stimulating and churning from the belly, wringing out all that we haven't digested. And I'll never get dull of these asanas because it's the first time I've ever done this. I have never done it in this moment. The light moving, the vibration of this day, and the energy of this full moon that is moving through us, expanding into Easter, into Passover, and all the high holy days, moving into this beautiful rebirth. And then looking down, inhale, come back up. Now look out your back hand and see the opposite. And then take it and close the gate on your exhale, 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 all the way around. Now take this beautiful inhale and lift. There is your passion, there it is. Open to the world, and exhale back to your heart. Pivot that right foot, and coming back and standing as those toes come underneath. Feel the thighs of those piriformis and those hip flexors. Now, again, feel the squeezing of those rhomboids. Chin down, not my head. Elongate the spine and come down halfway. This halfway takes huge amount of strength, not because it's my thighs, it's engaging the beauty of my sympathetic nervous system. But I have the quality of the mind to thrive past the limits of that. And then as I exhale a little deeper, slide your hands down the back of those thighs. Feel your hamstrings. Feel your calf muscles. Feel the space in those shoulders as you roll the elbows out to the side and breathe into that forward fold. Remember, I've been practicing. I'm not about getting to the floor. Bend your knees, soften. I just want you to feel how the belly does the work. It's purifying, it's lifting, and expanding. So now, when you have the purification, the heart can open, because now you're not just pulling in all that agitation of the mind. What are we bringing in now? You are inhaling and letting prana, life, intelligence, the grace, the beauty. And as you exhale, stand again in mountain pose and be present to where you are. Let's slowly again inhale, breath, feel this huge heart. Exhale, come down. I'm going to bend the knees. I'm going to come onto my toes and use every joint, hands behind me to come down into the earth, Now open your hips and feel that Baddha Konasana. So we just opened all of that side through the piriformis. It's warm. It's warm in the hips and pelvic. And again, I'm not trying to sink down. But I want to feel that I can lift. So again, my blanket might go underneath my sit bones because these hips are so tight and maybe the knees are up into the chest. You know, this is so much an asana that is structured in your DNA, in your actual heritage of the physical form of our bodies. You know, genetically, I have ancestors. I have patterning, like we all do. And yet the forms will change, my genetic, if there's some subtlety of this DNA, this blood that I'm circulating through not only this lifetime, but maybe other lifetimes. And so there's an intelligence that's passed. But I take what I need for my life today, and so much of the story that I don't need, that I've learned, that I've memorized, that I've identified with. And if it doesn't serve the beauty of my well-being, I can forgive and let go. I can witness it as an observation of thought. I am not that thought, nor do I have to hold on to that memory. I can create a new memory today. And this new sensation and palpable experience is a welcoming the presence of gratitude. Gratitude that I'm right where I need to be, that we're all where we need to be. We need to come in, we need to be still, we need to be nurtured, and we need to seek balance. So this balanced state of mind is being offered if we use the tools. And we have this opportunity now. So please breathe into the possibility of this form, this butterfly, this transformational name asana is an opportunity to welcome transformation. I'm telling my students constantly, transformation is messy. Nobody likes change if it's familiar. My rabbit pellets, my teacher would say, I'm offering you gold and you're clinging to your rabbit pellets. You know, we only know what we know. And so the willingness to be unknowing, to not know, to be humble, to be not certain, it gives us grace. It gives us permission to ask for help. And it asks us to bend and be adaptable and to fold this unfolding possibility. So much of this time is about nurturing. And then inhale, and I invite you to come back up to the seated pose and just stay there with your eyes closed for a moment. Feel the extension of your spine. Just breathe into it. Welcoming this grace today. And taking your hands gently by the side of your knees as if you were going to just take all that abundance and just wrap your arms around the gratitude of hugging yourself. And this gentle quality of connecting to your own self, the greater self. You know, yoga, we talk about Prakriti and Purusha. We have a duality between the mind and the soul and this beautiful witness. And yet, when we merge in and the mind is actually absorbed into its true nature, there's a refinement of the mind so much that it allows the Purusha to actually be the boss, that we're guided through this intelligence of our soul. This is a soul journey we're on. This is an ultimate soul journey. People get nervous with the word soul. They think it's airy-fairy and that we're new agey and all that stuff that we've been labeled, whatever identification people want to label me. But it's truth. For me, it is truth. This is a soul journey, and I am willing, and I know this is why I desire to teach in a way that goes beyond the intellect, beyond the form. And as I lengthen and extend my legs out in front of me, inhale, lift the heart here, lift the chest. Instead of trying to grab at the feet, just lengthen, exhale, exhale. Inhale, come up and lift that heart. Exhale. This is a dynamic way. I'm not trying to force and bully down. I want to feel the strength of those quads that we've opened, the extension of those hamstrings, the use of the abdominals. And as I exhale, soften. And just wherever it's comfortable, where the hands are on the shins, or if you've lifted up through the tips of your fingers, or if you have folded and you let the crown of the head drop. Again, this is a focus of exhale. The pose is offering an opportunity to surrender.
to surrender into this little self coming down, down, down into the humility and the grace of asking for help. Sometimes it's all it takes is saying, help me. I don't know how to do this today. And if I really listen, I am given the beauty of right action. There's something in the next right action. And that action sometimes is inaction. Sometimes that action is saying sit. And sometimes that action is speak to a friend, call someone. Sometimes that action is chop some vegetables. Sometimes that action is to take a walk. And sometimes that action is to come inward and just focus on my breathing. That I'm overwhelmed, that I'm confused, that I don't know. I come back to my breath and I promise you there will be stability in the mind. Inhale, inhale, lift as you feel that lift opening to the light. Exhale, expand it through the heart. And sit in what we call Dandasana, the staff pose, this lifting of the spine, that beautiful, I had you feel the heart, belly, you're lifting through the spine. We're going to place the feet firmly on the floor, and I want you to gently come down into the earth. And as you come down into the earth, again, this feeling of release into the floor, coming down, down, pull the knees in toward your chest, and inhale, bringing that awareness. The knees are going to go out, and the knees are going to come in. I think we lost some of the light here. And making sure that we have visibility. I want you to inhale and exhale, pull the knees into the chest. So not the arms. I'm just going to come and lower this down just a little bit, get more light here. And I want you to feel that we have the ability to stabilize the body. The knees come in on the exhale, and they're going to go out. And this beautiful focus is the lower region of the body. We just did it in that forward fold, but now just feel how your back releases into the earth. And then just feel the feet as you press down into the floor for a moment. So I have a block, and a lot of times I like to do supported bridge. But if it's not available to you, you can put a blanket or a pillow. But sometimes I just inhale, and I'm going to lift, and I'm going to take the block, not on the top of the block, but on the flat edge, and right on that sacrum. And just rest that pelvic right on the block if you have a block. If you don't have a block, sometimes I just come up and I use my hands and I lift and I support. But just take a moment to feel that and rest against the block. And appreciating that you have support. And even if you don't have a block, you're supported by the earth. And there's a sense that you're supported by the feet. You're supported by life. And our intellect doesn't believe that because it thinks we have to do life. But if life is breath and breath is life, then you're supported by the prana, the life intelligence that comes in through the breath and in through life. So there's a receiving of being able to feel the ability you're being supported. When we think we're all alone or we can't do this, that isolation, that lack of belonging is so painful to the soul because the soul just wants the mind to come in and knows it's connected. And so wherever you are, if you're up in bridge and you feel that support, then lift a little higher. If you've gone the block and you take the block away, now come down. Come down into the earth and feel the support of your sacrum. Feel how the earth is supporting you. And Mother Earth is supporting all of us through this. And we're actually now in a great ecosystem of support for Mother Earth. If you look up at the night sky tonight with the full moon, I will promise you, you will see a sky that is much clearer, more vast, and you can sense the cleansing. You can sense the sky breathing, the air open. And there's a subtlety that's happening. It doesn't seem very subtle when we have to stop our lives and we have to stop all action and we have to stop all roles. But the subtlety is the shift of consciousness. Pull your knees into your chest and then inhale, bring the legs up and exhale, press in. Inhale, lift and exhale, press in. Let's try again, one more with the arms over the head, this beautiful abundance of life. And exhale, press it and feel that release. Now on your back, open into Baddha Konasana. If you can take hold of the feet, move the knees away. If you can hold on to your shins or your thighs,
If you can feel that support of opening the pelvic floor, take your hands on the outside edge of your feet into happy baby, Sukha Balasana. Feel those inner thighs, press your pubic bone away from your sternum. Feel the length of your spine. If it's too much to grab the feet and you're struggling, take your hand again on those thighs. Bend the knees toward the armpits. And then engage the feet, flex those feet. Feel the sensation of strength in the abdominals, in the hips, in the pelvic. If it's available, extend the legs now. Feel that opening konasa. You've expanded those inner thighs and that hip and that pelvic floor. All gravity, like we talked about the arms. Look at the weight of gravity. So support your hands on your thighs. And then gently see if you can fill that space and squeeze to those inner adductor muscles. Pull in. And then exhale, pull the knees back into your chest. Beautiful. Rock a little right and left. Appreciate each side of the body. Breathing in, breathing out. As you bring your arms out to the side, pull your knees toward your chest, drop both knees toward the floor. If it's too much to touch the floor, take a blanket or something and just let your legs rest on a block or on a blanket if they can't reach the floor. Again, you're not going to bully. Inhale, come up gently. And exhale, exhale to the other side. Just gently feeling that sacrum, that open space in the collarbone. Inhale back to center. And to support that stability, again, lift the legs one more time. Exhale, pull in. Inhale. Now the whole system. Place both feet on the floor. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, lower that right leg down. And exhale. Now, if you need to put a blanket over you or support of a blanket underneath your neck, we're going to come into final relaxation. I'm going to talk you through the practice. Reminding yourself again that it is a practice, Shavasana. We're not to run away right now. I know it's difficult. The mind might say, I've got to leave. If you have to leave, please give yourself 1 full minute. This is the nourishment, but really I need stability for you to feel the effects of your practice. So your physical body right now, give it away to the earth. Recognize how dense the body can be. Let the legs go. Let all of the tension in the back of those thighs go. Maybe you're holding in the glutes right now and you didn't realize it. Can you just appreciate that we're really, really softening? Can you just appreciate that the physical body is a habit of holding? It's armored, conditioned in the armor. I want you to feel that you can lengthen and expand, not the breath. Don't even worry about that now. I want you to feel your physical body. So lay down on the floor. I'm sitting upright. Don't watch me. I'm talking to you now. And so if you're copying me and trying to figure out what I'm saying, lay your whole body back on the floor. Get comfortable with the weight of your body. If that's not comfortable, put a blanket underneath your thighs. Roll it up. Put something underneath your thighs so that your hips can soften into the floor. It takes a lot to drop into the earth. And I want you to appreciate that you're not stressing the system now by forcing the body to relax. So instead of forcing anything, just be aware of how much we hold. So if you place your focus right now on your legs, drop your legs. Drop them. Let them get heavy. And I do that by separating my legs a little wider. If I have my feet together across, I'm going to tighten in the glutes. I'm going to tighten in the buttocks. So if I separate my legs completely and I flop my feet open, and I rest on my heels and I let those feet flop open, the pelvic floor will drop into the earth. There's a sense of release. And now feel how the belly is naturally breathing. You don't have to force now. This prana, this life intelligence, we've opened up every part of your physical body. And so the body now, it's breathing. But more than the physical body, there's a consciousness. You drop a little more into the forward focus of the breath here. Okay, so there's an ease to living right now. I want you to feel the breath. I want you to feel the space you're creating. You are feeling your life force. When the thoughts come in, let them go through. When a feeling moves, again, it will arise. Let go of resistance. Let's not analyze, stay in the story, just witness. Witness you're right here. And I'm going to hold the space.
I'm going to hold it as I'm holding Mother Earth with my intention of every human being is safe right now. What if I told you you were safe? The intellect doesn't understand it. And so go back to the earth. Feel the sensation of your physical form dropping into the earth. Drop it. Drop the arms. Drop the shoulders. And now the face. Drop it. Drop the tension of the armor in your eyes, maybe behind the head. You know, the heaviest part of our body is our head. Drop it. Feel the space you've created. And if you close your eyes and you trust me, for one moment, I'm going to let my words move through you. And so today's reading, I want you to feel the space of breath. Feel the space of the breath meeting you right where you are. There's an inhale and an exhale ever so gently. We talked about life being the blessing. In today's reading, what is a blessing? A blessing is a circle of light drawn around a person to protect, to heal, and to strengthen. Life is a constant flow of emergence. The beauty of a blessing is its belief that it can affect what unfolds. To be in the world is to be distant from the homeland of wholeness, of being whole. We are confined by limitations and we're confined by difficulties of the mind. When we bless, we are enabled somehow to go beyond our present frontiers and we are able to reach into the source. A blessing awakens future wholeness. When a blessing is invoked, a window will open in eternal time. A blessing is very different from a greeting or a hug or a salute or an affirmation. It opens a different door in human encounter. One enters into the forecourt of the soul, the source of intimacy and the compass of destiny. To invoke a blessing is to call some of that wholeness upon a person now. And I invoke a blessing on each and every one of you. I invoke the blessing of the great source and the energy of this life force and the intelligence that's moving through all of us right now. The invocation of this blessing to heal and nurture every bit of humanity. With that, feel the effect of dropping the armor. Drop the resistance and just feel. And for 1 minute, in silence, just feel, just be. So wherever you are, in your home, in your shelter, appreciating we have that shelter, we have a home today. I'm grateful for the home around us, the people in our lives, the community. For those that don't have a home today, those people that are out today that have to be. And so we're all appreciation for this magnificent interconnectedness of life. We are all interconnected. My thoughts affect everyone, whether I know it or not. My intention is set through my heart. So if my thought is linked to the right action, it becomes my lifestyle, it becomes a new samskara. And so appreciate your effort right now that you made time. And responding to that beautiful heart, we're all first responders. Gently wiggle your toes and your ankles and slowly coming back into the physical temple, your inner home that we live in. We are able to go out in the world and serve, but we need to serve this first. And so gently pulling the knees in toward your chest, bring the right arm up or the left arm, whatever side you want to fold into. So today, if your left arm is raised over your head to the floor, roll completely onto that side and hug yourself, or on the right side. It affects different layers of the heart, but again, it's your practice. And just stay on that one side for a moment. And what does it feel like to have that transition time? You know, change is hard. Change is difficult. From the subtle to the physical, from the physical to the subtle. And so we're being asked in this great time to be gentle and kind to ourselves and to others. And then press into that hand to push off the earth, to come around to a seated position gently. Take your time to come upright. And either sitting again on your block on your heels, or sitting in Sukhasana, which is a cross-legged position. You know how we start. And so for a moment, just settle into the sensation of opposites. We have right, wrong, good, bad. We have these polarities right now in our world that are causing great, great pain. And if we could hold them in a way to observe that one can't exist without the other, it's like that beautiful yin-yang, that balance of light and dark. You know, today we see the sunshine, but it's nighttime around the other half of the world today. And so if we send out to the other half at night, they're protecting us during the day and vice versa. So we hold this beautiful Mother Earth as if it was a beautiful ball of light. And so as you bring your palms together and feel this sensation of energy, rub your hands together and feel the skin. You know, tactile, we live in this sensation of life, and we're too busy to experience how magnificent it is. And then just again, put your heel of your hands over your eyes, palm your eyes for a moment, and go into that inner well of darkness, your internal landscape. Your internal landscape is magnificent, and we have to put value in going inward. And then in your mind's eye, visualize the beauty of that full moon, maybe glistening around the world today, and the sun in your own part of the hemisphere. And so opposites, bringing them together, male, female, hatha, the beauty of this physical practice, to bring mind into consciousness, to be linked to one. Slide your hands down to your heart, keeping your eyes open, feel the glow of the light around you. And so we move into what is unseen. We're so addicted to the object that we forget the unseen mystery is unfolding. So with the blessing to all beings now throughout the world, we invoke this blessing that may there be peace, may there be kindness and compassion. Let's chant Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So exhale, inhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Thank you all so much. Thank my teachers that have come before.